Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Monster Hunter Cross video. And in today's video I am going to talk about Palicoes and what we currently know about how they will work and differ in Monster Hunter Cross. As always, if you do enjoy this video, then it would be mega awesome if you can hit that like button and leave a comment down below. Now, as we all know, information on MHX right now is a little sparse, but I want to try and cover it and keep you guys up to date as much as possible. So I'm going to put out videos like these anytime there's something worth talking about. And that leads me nicely onto today's video. Palicoes. If you've played MH4U, which I imagine you all have, otherwise you probably wouldn't be watching this video, then you're already pretty clued up on the way that Palicoes work. But in MHX, there are going to be a few changes, both to the way that you train them and the way they behave in combat. So let's start with combat. It seems from the most recent Famitsu magazine that Palicoes are going to get a bit more variety to their moves and how they fight, probably to match up with the fact that Hunters too are being given a load of new outlandish ways to play. They'll still fall into some of the categories that we're familiar with. For example, some will heal, some will buff us, and some will focus on attacks. But again, I imagine these will be a bit more extravagant given the nature of Monster Hunter Cross. There aren't any specific details as of yet with regards to the exact moves or variations, but generally speaking, Palicoes are designed to complement and aid what the Hunter can do. So just use that to imagine what we might see. Also, I've got a few screenshots which I'm going to scroll through here, and this one in particular is interesting. In Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, Palicoes already had the springboard ability, which allows them to launch you for a mount, but now they have a trampoline, which not only adds a bit more character, but also makes it a bit more obvious. On top of that, this screenshot shows a Palico setting a pitfall trap, which again will be really handy. We already have Palicoes that set shock traps, so whether the pitfall trap will replace that or complement that again remains to be seen. It'd be pretty cool if we could have one of each. In addition to that, it seems that there will now be a Palico dojo, which is where you can train your Palicos. So this is probably similar to, say, Sunsnug Isle, or how Palicos could train in your house in Freedom Unite, but obviously it will just have a different theme. This does of course mean that you will once again be able to own more than just 2 Palicos, and then swap them out as and when you please. Then the Meowster Hunters will again be making a return. This also means, at least I imagine, that the way in which you get armour from them will remain the same. Now, I don't really mind this too much. After all, the Meowster Hunter game is kind of fun, and obviously if you don't want to do it, then you don't have to, but I did prefer the system that they had in place in Portable Third, which was the Japanese-only version on PSP, but basically the way that it worked in Third was that you could trade monster parts that you have for scraps with, say, like the smithy, and that way it was a lot more reliable. Say if you were going after a particular set, you could simply trade those materials, and you get scraps in return, whereas obviously with the Meowster Hunter game, you do have to rely on the monster you want to kind of show up, and then obviously get the parts from there. Either way, that's clearly not a thing, so that's neither here nor there. Then speaking of armor sets, take a look at some of these. This green one here looks so awesome. I think it's based off of the Rimostetos, which is like Monster Hunter Cross's equivalent to the Jaggi, but I'll tell you right now, I don't care if that's the worst armor in the game. Both my Palicos are going to be wearing that armor. And on that note, that brings me to the end of this video. It was just a quick one, but that's the current update on Palicos in Monster Hunter Cross. There's also a Monster Hunter Cross stream on Monday, so I'll be watching that and I'll have some information for you guys shortly after, so make sure you check back on Monday for more Monster Hunter Cross information. If you did enjoy the video, then don't forget to hit that like button, and thanks again for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.